All right, here we go. Good morning. Neil here from the Alternate Radio Show with another Who's Who in Santa Cruz, episode number, I have no idea. I'm going to guess 21, 22, with my guest today being
Gabriela Trigueiro.
And she is running for, throw her hat in the ring to be Santa Cruz City
City Council.
City Council member.
Yes.
What the heck do you want to do that for?
Because I love this community. So I've been living in Santa Cruz for about a decade now.
Yeah.
And worked here. I'm raising my son here. I'm a single mom and a renter, and I'm heavily involved with the community already, so I'm really excited to be more involved.
Okay. So what's your experience?
Well, the first thing I like to lead off with is that I'm currently serving as a commissioner for the city. So
What's that?
I serve as a volunteer.
Okay.
There's a Commission for the Prevention of Violence Against Women, which has been around, a really well-respected commission since the 80s when it was brought forward as a resolution. Yeah. So I currently work with city staff in that and city issues in that capacity. And then I currently serve as executive director where we are today of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Santa Cruz County.
Which is very cool.
Yes. And we're in my new community room in downtown Santa Cruz.
It's not, I didn't even know this was even here.
Yeah?
I didn't know this was even here.
Nice and hidden.
So single mom, right?
Yes.
So which that in itself is its own job in itself, right? Busy.
Busy.
So do you have time for the political career?
Absolutely. Yeah. How
old's your daughter? By the way, it's your daughter, right?
A son.
Excuse me. How old is he?
He's 6.
Okay, so he's
first grade at the local elementary school.
Nice.
Yeah, robust.
So you have time to do this job. You have time to do it?
Yeah, well, I'll have to let go of my commissioner. So the time that I'm volunteering as a commissioner now, I would step aside from that. I would be required to step onto city council. So, right. So yeah, there'll be a bit of shifting in the volunteer work I do right now to make time for this. But no, I've been planning for this with my staff and my board.
Is it different districts of city council, or are there different districts of city council, or is it just?
Yes, so I would be coming into District 1, which is currently represented by Martine Watkins.
Okay, right.
And there was redistricting in the last year. So
she's throwing in the towel? Martine's throwing in the towel?
She's all finished.
Right.
Yeah, she's, I think she's termed out. And, she's served the community as mayor,
right.
previously and such. So I was really thankful to receive her endorsement recently. And then this past weekend, I should add that I got the DWC endorsement. So that's a Democratic Women's Club.
That's a big fish to catch.
Yeah, they're the oldest Democratic club in the county and super well respected. And I was really, really thankful to get their vote after the forum.
So you get voted in, and you say you win. Top 3 things you want to work on are?
Yeah, so that's something I've been talking about a lot recently with the forums. I would say that when it comes to my top 3 priorities, things that I've talked about first and foremost are safety. So a lot of what I do with the prevention of violence work is amount to what we see in the city, right? Safe spaces, creating safe spaces, inclusive spaces is something really, really important to me. And I know to a lot of folks in Santa Cruz, so I feel like that's a top thing. That goes to safe corridors, safe streets, pedestrian ways, bike ways. I lived in Santa Cruz without a car for a long time, so I know firsthand what it's like to be getting around this area without the luxury of a car.
Right.
I would say, too, housing is another big thing. I was really thankful to recently get the endorsement from Santa Cruz YIMBY, which is a group focused on affordable housing.
Okay.
Affordable housing as a renter in the most expensive rental market in the nation is absolutely something, and it's a longitudinal issue here. This isn't something that's going away overnight. And I would say for my third, I would say probably continued youth development. That's a lot of my professional career is around that work. That's my current work. And I see a lot of opportunities in the community for furthering that.
We're a small city with big city problems.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
And then do you think that we've been kicking the can down the road a little bit, where the homelessness, houseless, crime, mental health issues. Are these problems? Are there answers to these problems, or are we just kind of kicking the can down the road with different people like yourself, the next person, next city's council member?
I mean, I think the responsiveness of a community is something that, it goes to the community culture. And I think what we've seen recently, in the community sometimes has been divisive, but it is alarming to deal with, drug use in a public space, crime. And the accounts that I review from data in my commission work are really, it's tough. And I am a woman in this community. I fully feel that. I don't think we're kicking I don't think homelessness and housing issues, that's something that came before me and will continue after me, but I hope to make a positive impact on. And I do see myself as someone who is, focused on improvement, expansion, inclusion, and improvements when it comes to systematic efficiencies that can really improve policies and communities. Some of the work that I've done here is expanding our territory at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Santa Cruz. We're now serving a tri-county area, which is Monterey, San Benito, where there's a large service request.
Okay.
And a lot of those communities, Hollister, for example, is just like Santa Cruz in that sense, right? Being in a rural set county, a small town with big city issues, as you put it. And I think that as we have more diverse populations and communities, that newer solutions and robust energy behind solutions, I think we're on the cusp of all of that. I like to think that we're on the brink of a lot of solutions, and I think some of what's been done already shows a lot of promise.
How long have you been here for? 10 years?
Yeah, about 10 years.
I've been here since 1980. And this used to be a little quaint little town, quaint little village. Now I drive down here to see you today, right? And you see these monstrosity buildings they're building. It's a personal note, I think.
It's
very
different.
They're building these huge I'm going to call them high rises, which it kind of saddens me because we're getting away from what the town used to have such character.
A certain look. I remember as a child, as a teenager, driving down here with my cousins and stuff, too. I knew of Santa Cruz as a sleepy beach town, and I think on Sunday mornings when I walk around, drive around, I still feel that. Obviously we have a big tourist season, and our population has grown a lot. So I do think that, when it comes to downtown improvements and then county at large, there are some things that are going to shift and some things that stay the same. Yeah. But I think that when it comes to development, specifically in the transit areas, which downtown is a transit hub for the county, not just the city, but the county, that there are going to be some more developments to meet the need, right? And I hear that from school teachers and professionals in healthcare in the area that I speak to. I know that Dave, the person that's running against me, that's something that he talks about also.
Okay.
And so I know that it's something that's coming forward. But I know that the city council already, and I feel like our mayor, Fred Keeley, has been really clear and transparent on those. And I like to think that some of what I can bring to is helping bring along improvement in processes and systems.
All right.
Yeah.
State your name again.
Gabriela Trigueiro. GT.
And give me or give the audience all your information as far as your website and Instagram, blah 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 blah. People can learn more about you. And,
sure.
So give as much information as you can.
Absolutely. So you can reach out to me at contact@votegabriela.org for my email. And then the website is votegabriela.org. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that through Act Blue. Thank you.
You did awesome. Thank you so much. This has been Off the Radio Show. Who's Who in Santa Cruz? Show number, 21, 22, I'm guessing. I'll fix it. You can go to offtheradio.com, check out this video, or you can go to any of the, but you can go to YouTube, Off the Radio Show, and all major podcast platforms. Have a lovely day. And tonight, my guest is Monica Martinez on the Off the Radio Show at Santa Cruz Boardroom. And that will be kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight. I see she's on the front page of the Sentinel today, so it's going to be a great show. Gabriela, thank you so much.
Thanks.
That was fun, huh?
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Now
Too
I
bad,
want to watch
huh?
the whole thing.